Player 1, ante up. For your enjoyment, reading, writing, and roughage. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. We've all heard of body language, right? In your bowels, your colon is connected to your rectum. Considering the primary role of a colon in English grammar, what is most likely true? Your rectum contains a list or series, your rectum is a dependent clause, your rectum is a passive verb, or your rectum uses a foreign phrase or object. Layer 2, it's...
Nope.
One of the primary uses of a colon is to signal the beginning of a list or series in a sentence. And after a few too many trips to the buffet table, your colon will be sending signals like Morse code. Player 1, hit me with the category. This category is known as Raisin Raisins. $1,000 at stake on this one. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. If the California raisins are your raison d'etre, which of the following is most likely the case? You work for a California raisin, you live in a California raisin, you wear California raisins on your feet, or you live for the California raisins. Let's take a look at the right answer. Raison d'etre means reason for living. Yep, set your sights low. That's what I say. Player 2, give me something. Pucker up for all the news that tied one on. And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Hey, you know the rating sweeps periods are coming when news reporters start doing sensational stories, right? Suppose a star reporter reprised the famous stunt of the late 1800s reporter Nellie Bly in order to boost ratings. Which of the following would you see? Bobby Batista tames the tiger, Connie Chung around the world in 72 days, Diane Sawyer exposes a sex farm, or Barbara Walters plays shortstop for a day? Player 1, inspired by the novel Around the World in 80 Days, reporter Nellie Bly did it in 72. So Connie Chung could also go around the world in 72 days. I'll bet it'll do a lot more for ratings than making her Dan Rather's co-host. Player 1, your choice. What are we doing? Let's see what we got going. Teenage Idol. $2,000 for a correct answer. Heads up, here it comes. What would 50s teen idol Fabian have to do to join the British Fabian Society? Stop singing and start swinging, trade pop songs for socialism, appear on romance novel covers, or play Turn Me Loose on a lute? Player 2. The Fabian Society was started in 1883 to advance the cause of socialism. Actually, Fabian already joined the society back in the late 50s after rejecting the totalitarian policies of Frankie Avalon. I wonder what player 2's gonna pick. You don't wanna blow it on number 5. This little number's known as Birds of a Feather Sleep Together. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Hey, you might remember that in that John Waters film Pink Flamingos, Divine eats, well, something special. If Divine ate that special snack from Pink Flamingos like an actual flamingo, which of these would you see her do? Eat it with a tongueless mouth, absorb it through her skin, throw it in the air and catch it, or eat it with her head upside down? Take a shit. Flamingos eat with their heads upside down. So not only would Divine be the filthiest person alive, he'd also be filthy and flexible. Oh, wait a minute. Divine isn't alive anymore. Oh, God, now I feel really bad. Category time. Player 2, it's your call. Well, looks like this category is cheesy music and the countries that love it. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. All right, Barry Manilow writes the songs that make the whole world sing, but if the whole world actually were to break into song, which of these tunes would have the biggest chorus? A Spanish Somewhere in the Night, a Mandarin Mandy, a Cantonese Copacabana, or a Hindi Urdu Looks Like We Made It? Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Mandarin Chinese is by far the world's most widely spoken language. Well, after Manilowese, of course. Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be?
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Say hello to. That's not what I'd call them. And we got $3,000 in the pot. Think fast. Who of the following best fits the post-Civil War definition of a scalawag? Newt Gingrich, Rush Limbaugh, Long John Silver, or Fuzzy Zeller? Here's what you should have picked. During the Reconstruction, Southern Democrats called any Southern-born Republican a scalawag. I don't know, whenever I want to insult someone, I just call them a newt. You have the honors, player 2. Uh-oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's time for a Triple SMS fun.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. Stay back or I throw the salad. Let's get the ball rolling at $5K for this gibberish question. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. Okay, get ready to buzz in and tell me, with what song lyric does this gibberish phrase rhyme? Found one old tomato, Mom. And remember, don't let the punctuation fool you. First clue, it's from a David Bowie song. No, not that one he did with Mick Jagger. It's from a David Bowie song about a guy who's out in space. Last clue, hello, Earth to... Player 2, it's in your court. Type... Space Oddity by David Bowie. I hear Ground Control is also looking for Peter Schilling. You know, that guy who wrote the follow-up song, Major Tom Coming Home. Your pick, player 2. How about it?
Novi is number 9.
And I believe this one's called The Playground Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us. $1,000 if you get it. You know, kids at school can be really horrible to other kids with problems. Why would the kid at school who suffers from gynecomastia be teased? He ejaculates prematurely, he's in a coma, he has breasts, or he pees sitting down. All yours? A condition in which a man grows breasts is called gynecomastia. And all his friends call him he-booby. Player 1, tell me what's happening. Holy group interaction! You're about to play a three-way. Alrighty, here's the deal. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. Go for your buzzer when you see the correct three-way member lit up. If it's the right match, you'll score. But be careful, if you don't make a correct match, you'll lose some cash every time you're wrong. But don't be misled, this question may or may not have anything to do with the three-way as a group. Alright, time to boogie. The category for this little number is 1 out of 3 ain't bad, but let's see if you can get all 7, okay? This three-way is gonna be about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Okay, hand on your buzzer. Here's your three-way.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Well, that's how we got to show ya. Now, clean yourself up while we see how you did. Looks like you finished up on top here, player 2. I bet that's just the way you like it. But what's that got to do with the overall scores? Hug yourself, player 2. You pulled out ahead in this one. Nice going. Well, it's time to get back to the game. But, you will call me, right? One down, round 2 to go. Let's get on it. All right, each of you gets a screw. Let me grab those for you. No, wait, that's a tire iron. Okay, here we go. Now remember, you've all got screws, so you might as well use them. Just buzz in and hit the S key to force someone to answer the question. When else is screwing gonna be that simple? Category time, player 2, it's your call.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
Okay, give it up for all crayons want to be Mr. Black. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Let's rock. Which of the following reservoir dogs could not be found in a classic box of A Crayola crayons? Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink, Mr. Brown, or Mr. Blue? Player 1. Pink is not one of the original A Crayola colors. But he is the only crayon to survive the homeroom bloodbath. Let's have a category, player 1.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
Here we have The Ingalls Get Shingles. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Imagine an episode of Little House on the Prairie in which the Ingalls hire an architect to design a new home. Due to his famous prairie-style homes, which architect should they hire? Daniel Burnham, Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, I.M. Pei, or Frank Lloyd Wright? Daniel Burnham? Well, he sure burned you. Make your move, player 2. Bet you wish you'd pick this. Frank Lloyd Wright's earliest and best-known style of architecture is his prairie style. The scene where Mary keeps turning around and hitting Frank Lloyd Wright with a wooden beam is a classic. Player 1, it's up to you. What's next? Coming at you, that guy must enjoy the sound of his own voice. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, listen up. I need you to let me know which radio personality might have placed this personal ad. Single white male from NPR in search of a prairie home companion. Likes walks by Lake Wobegon where all the men are strong, all the women good looking, and all the children above average. Who placed this ad? Michael Moore, Garrison Keillor, Charlie Rose, or Gary Trudeau? No, Charlie Rose is the single white male from PBS. Like NPR, but different. Player 1, you can take it. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. Garrison Keillor hosts a Prairie Home Companion on NPR, which includes his News from Lake Wobegon. What is this, Prairie-style homes, Prairie Home Companion? When did we go all Midwestern? Player 2, give me something. This one's called Shuffleboard on Ice. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, here's a sports question coming at you. If the Karate Kid wanted to become the Curling Kid, what household task would Mr. Miyagi most appropriately force him to do? Pull hair out of the drain, sweep the floors, mow the lawn, or put down the toilet seat? Player 2, grab it. In curling, players use brooms to sweep the ice in front of the big stone they're sliding along on the ice. Of course, the curling kid wouldn't really learn self-defense. He'd only be able to beat up like maybe the Ice Capades kid. I wonder what player 2's gonna pick.
15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia.
Now serving. No thanks, I'm not hungry. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Okay, listen up. If your family's anything like mine, the holidays are a trying time. Let's say that your grandmother hates to have her food touching at the Thanksgiving table. You know, like potatoes touching the cranberry sauce or the turkey touching the carrots. If your grandmother were actually eating the country of Turkey for Thanksgiving, what might she say as a complaint?
Gosh darn it, Iraq is touching my turkey. Fiddle-dee-diddle, Albania is on my turkey. Golly, India is all around the turkey.
Or,
Great Scott, France is a-butting my turkey.
Player 1. Nope, Albania's got its own problems with Greece. Balls in player. Turkey shares part of its southern border with Iraq. Granny usually doesn't even take a helping of Iraq, though. It gets caught in her dentures and makes her breath smell funny. Well, funnier. Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be? All right, player 2. Player 1, please exit the ride. Player 2, strap on your seatbelt and get ready to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is Kung Fungi. Okay, I'm going to list off 7 things. You have to tell me if it's a type of mushroom or one of the martial arts. If it's a mushroom, press 1. If it's a martial art, press 2. And press 4 if you want to skip. $1,000 for each correct answer, and I'll take $1,000 away for a wrong answer or for one you didn't get to. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? Let's do it. Shiitake, mushroom, maitake, aikido, wushu, enoki, aikido. One more, matsutake. That's all she wrote. Oh yes, you rock. Check it out. Feel good? I hope so, cuz we still got more Jack. Player 1, give me category.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, crest on 17.
May I introduce those stupid French people? Think you could handle $6,001 bills? Hey, wouldn't it be great to go to a museum and look at the mummy of the beautiful and fabled Egyptian Queen Cleopatra? Well, too bad, because the French lost it. Because you should always begin looking for a lost item where you last remember having it, how should French authorities begin searching for Cleopatra's mummy? By digging through Hollywood prop rooms? By dragging the Parisian sewers? By combing the Sahara Desert? Or by searching Manhattan Central Park? The Saharan Desert, that's where the French found the mummy. They said they remember having it somewhere else later on. Player 1, what do you say? Cleopatra's mummy was accidentally dumped into the Paris sewer in the 1940s. I guess somebody mistook the old dusty wrappings for used toilet paper. Oh, come on, you were thinking it too. Player 1, ante up. Open wide and get ready for... Whoa, put a lid on that thing. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. You know, a good way to make friends is to compliment people. If you were to say something to a man about his hat, which of the following would not make any sense? That cockchafer frames your head nicely. That coxcomb works with your hair. A tall man like you wears a billy cock well. Or, hey, nice cocked hat. Oh, man, I can't believe I got away with saying the word cock so many times. The only one of these that doesn't refer to a hat somehow is cockchafer. It's a European beetle, or a steel wool jockstrap. Player one, your choice. What are we doing? The selection is Etiquette Scandal at 1600. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, imagine this scenario. Suppose Bill Clinton had pulled out an Arkansas toothpick at his inauguration banquet and got dragged off to the police station. What would the charge have been? Trying to baptize the staff, assault with a deadly weapon, indecent exposure, or espionage? Player one, Arkansas toothpick is down-home slang for Bowie knife. Luckily, the meatloaf sustained only superficial wounds. Let's have a category, player one. This category is known as That's a Pack Jack. How does $2,000 sound? Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Considering his troublesome followers, which of these specialists would be most qualified to help Pac-Man? A parasitologist, a psychopharmacologist, a parapotomologist, or a parapsychologist? All yours? Parapsychology is the study of the paranormal, or those events which are not explained by natural law, like the ghost that harassed Pac-Man and his family. However, he'll need to call someone else about his tendency to eat the ghosts. Player one, tell me what's happening. Gather round, friends. It's attack time, and I got a clue for you. Fly this. Don't get your wings clipped, and the sky's the limit. Good luck. Player 2, this victory is just like a night of drinking. I won't remember a thing about it tomorrow, but I want you to remember this.
That's a wrap, folks.